So as Ted said, I've been doing this a long time, since 2001.
Why are you rubbing your head?
You know, that's a good question. We were out crabbing and Maureen thinks I got sunburned, my face. It's actually pre-embarrassment. Sort of pre-humiliation. A little bit of anger too. A little bit. Anyway, last year, I tried to approach this differently. I figured if I had a positive attitude, good things would happen. They didn't. They didn't at all. So this year, I'm trying a new approach. And actually, last year, that's when I was talking about this is going to be a great act. It's going to be a good show. You people are going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy it. No. This year, new approach. I'm phoning it in. I'm phoning it in. Didn't agree to do this until a week and a day ago. I'm phoning it in. And what I realized in that approach, it's very freeing for me. I'm not responsible for anything you're going to see or hear. I'm just the guy that's keeping this moving along like Sherman marching to the coast. I am the guy that's going to keep this thing going quickly. But it's not me doing it. So you've all been warned, okay? It's not my responsibility for anything you see or hear. It's not me. So let's go on with the show. With that, yeah. Thanks. I want to get that all off my chest if I could. And first up, we have an act that is titled Tilly's Dance School.
Legacy.
Yeah, we're moving. We're moving right along. And actually, in line with that last act is another act that's an actual recreation, and by the way, an impromptu recreation of when that happened, which was sometime in the 1860s, I think. Well, no. When? 1950s? 40s? 30s, 20s, okay. Anyway, music. We're going to play a song. Yeah. No, not you. No, it's not your turn. I'll let you know when it's your turn. Because you know what I'll say then? I'll say, hey, it's Rob McQueen's turn. How is this not apropos? How is this not apropos? Are you ready? I'm not going to fix it. Maybe. Nice job.
No, Bob, just throw money.
Nice job with that tape. That's the way to hang a banner. No, Rob, not you. Not you. No. Okay, I'm going to get this settled real quick. What music do you need?
I got it. It's in there.
Okay, then let's play it.
All right.
Okay. It's the organization that I like. It's like a finely engineered car. I just love this. Doesn't make me angry or upset at all. No, not even a little bit. I just roll with the punches. Not now. Yeah, that was okay. That was nice. Costume, dancing, all of that. A little bit of a snafu with the music. I don't know. What do I have been writing down people's names? I don't know. Did you miss the part about phoning it in? That kind of goes with it.
It was Margie Watkins.
Okay. Nicely done. Good job. Next up, we have Schools in Session, which promises to be more of the same stuff from them that they always do every time. Yeah. Phoning it in, remember?
Okay, class.
If you were in this family, you'd have to be drinking up here too.
Okay, class, may I have your attention, please? I'm going to ask you some math questions, so get ready. Are you ready? Tracy, wake up. Do you think you can sleep in my class?
Well, I could if you'd quit yelling.
Okay, class, get ready. Here's the first math question. If you worked for 10 hours at a wage of $1 per hour, what would you get?
A new job.
If you reached into your pocket and found 6 quarters, 7 dimes, 3 nickels, and 12 pennies, what would you have?
Pretty much someone else's pants on.
If I had 7 apples in this hand and 9 apples in this hand, what would I have?
Great big hands. I think so.
Tammy, I'm going to ask you a very simple math question. If you had $5 and I asked you to give me $2, 2, how many would you have?
Oh, I still have $5. You're not getting any of my money.
It's Ted's sister. Oh, Morgan, why are you late for class?
I left home late.
Why didn't you leave home earlier?
Well, it was too late to leave earlier.
Morgan, This is the 5th straight day that you've been late to class. What do you have to say for yourself?
Really glad it's Friday.
Tracy, are you awake? Are you awake?
I am now.
Morgan,
Or something like that.
I hope I didn't see you looking at your neighbor's test paper.
Well, I hope you didn't either.
Okay, now let's settle down and get ready for some social studies questions. Think social studies. Think social studies. Now, class, what do George Washington and Abraham Lincoln have in common?
They're both dead.
Good one, Mo.
Morgan, where was Queen Elizabeth crowned?
On her head.
Tracy, where was the Declaration of Independence
I
signed?
know this one. At the bottom of the page.
Okay, a geography question. A geography. Where is the English Channel?
I don't know. We don't get cable.
Can anyone name all the states in alphabetical order? When I was your age, I could name all the states in alphabetical order.
Yeah, but there are a lot less states when you were our age.
Yeah. Where was George Washington buried? Tracy!
In the ground.
No, he was married at Mount Vernon. Can anyone tell me why he was buried at Mount Vernon?
Because he was dead.
Miss Pretty, I have a question.
Oh, does it have anything to do with social studies? I don't want any stupid questions.
No, this is a real question about history.
Oh, finally. Okay, what's the question?
What did Paul Revere say when he finished his famous ride? Whoa, 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 horse, whoa.
Okay, stop laughing. That wasn't funny. Stop laughing. That wasn't funny. Let's talk about some of yesterday's tests and test scores. Tammy, did you think the test questions were hard?
No, the questions were easy. It was the answers that were hard.
Tracy, I had trouble reading your test because your handwriting is terrible. I think you should learn to write neatly.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Pretty, I already know how to write neater.
Well, then why didn't you do it?
Because if I wrote neater, you'd find out I don't know how to spell.
Well, then you need to buy a dictionary.
I'm kind of waiting for it to come out on video.
Spelling isn't that hard. Let's do an easy word that you've been learning to spell for 4 years. How do you spell school?
S-K-U-U-L.
That isn't how it's spelled in the dictionary.
Good job.
Well, I thought you asked me how I spelled it.
Class, stop laughing. It's not funny. Yes, Tammy.
Miss Pretty, I have a question too. I'm having a hard time learning how to spell.
Well, you too, why is that?
Because all the words are different.
Tracy, wake up! You act like you don't want to be here. Do you like going to school?
I like coming to school and I like going to home from school. It's just the in-between part I don't like that much.
Ain't got no pencil.
Yes.
Pretty, I ain't got no pencil.
I haven't got a pencil.
That makes two of us.
Hey, Miss Pretty. I'm really glad that I wasn't born in Germany.
What are you talking about? Why in tarnation are you glad you weren't born in Germany?
Because I can't speak German.
Makes sense.
That's what I
Okay,
thought.
let's get back to work. Here's an easy question. No one can miss this. What can birds do that humans can't? What can birds do that humans cannot? Morgan?
So sit on telephone wires.
Oh, gosh.
I don't think they could hear you. Oh, Miss Pretty? Miss Pretty?
Yes, yes.
I'm sure glad that everybody calls me Tracy,
Well, Tracy, why is that?
because that's my name.
I think this classroom may be full of idiots. I want any of you who realize that you are an idiot to please stand up. Tammy, are you an idiot?
No, I just hated you standing by yourself.
Okay, that's the recess bell. This morning I told the class that everyone had to stand for recess, but I have changed my mind. I want you all to go to recess. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm gonna let all of you go to recess.
Miss Pretty, I know why you're gonna let us all go to recess.
Oh, why is that, Morgan?
Because it's a nice thing to do, and old people always do nice things.
Get out to recess. Go, go, get out. Corporal punishment.
Yes.
That's a taste of things to come. And I said as they go on stage, that it's really nice. You put a lot of work into it. Oh, no, we didn't. Really? Huh. Oh, by the way, a really interesting column in the Headlight Herald about memories of my first and last Garibaldi days. Jack Graves talking about that. So just wanted you guys to know. Something to look forward to. Okay. Our next act is going to be Aunt Mary and Lydia and their ukulele stylings.
Ready to go? I'm ready. All right, ready, guys? Yeah! Here we go. Uno, dos, tres. The clock is ripping and the country's falling down. My pocket needs some money so I can't go into town. My brother isn't working and my sister doesn't care. The car, she needs a motor so I can't go anywhere. Manana, manana, manana is good enough for me. Everybody, manana, manana, manana is good enough for me. My mother's always working, she's working very hard. But every time she looks for me, I'm sleeping in the yard. My mother thinks I'm lazy, and maybe she is right. I'll go to work tomorrow, but I gotta sleep tonight. Manana, manana, manana is good enough for me. Oh, once I had some money, but I gave it to my friend. He said to keep it double and was only for a land. But he said a little later that the horse, she was so slow. Why, you give that horse my money on something I don't know. Manana, manana, manana is good enough for me. My brother took a suitcase and he went away to school. My father said he only learned to be a silly fool. My father said that I should learn to make a chili pot. And then I burnt the house down, the chili was too hot.
Okay, I want to give Lydia points for really committing to the song. Good job. You were really into it and in character. It was really nice. And want to give the boys, particularly Theo, points for looking like he was making a hostage tape. It was nice too. Yeah. And now I'd like to introduce who I think probably have some real talent, or at least some real instruments. And this would be the Brocks, Morgan, Kristen, and Christy, I believe, right? I got those names? Okay, enjoy that.
In Christ alone, my hope is found. He is my light, my strength, my song. This cornerstone, this solid ground, firm through the fiercest drought and storm. What heights of love, what depths of peace, when fears are still, when striving cease. My comforter, my all in all, here in the love of Christ I stand.
In Christ alone, who took on flesh, fullness of God in helpless being, this gift of love and righteousness, earned by the ones He came to save, till on that cross, as Jesus died, the wrath of God was satisfied, for every sin on Him was laid. Here in the death of Christ I live. There in the ground His body lay, light of the world by darkness slain, then bursting forth in glorious day, up from the grave He rose again, and as He stands in victory, since curse has lost its grip on me, for I am His and He is mine, bought with the precious blood of Christ. Life's first cry to final breath, Jesus commands my destiny. No power of hell, nor scheme of man can ever pluck me from His hand. No power of hell, nor scheme of man can ever pluck me from His hand, till He returns or calls me home. Here in the power of Christ I stand.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Good job. That's something that you're not going to hear at the open mic night at Pirates Cove. I'll tell you that. Speaking of something that you probably will hear at open mic night at Pirates Cove, Ted Watkins has requested some time to, I guess, take you through an archaeological dig of old jokes. These are things that when they unearthed the pyramids and dug inside them, they saw some of these on the inside and they were old then. And with the additional attraction of not being funny. So Ted, enjoy.
Thank you, thank you. You're doing a wonderful job, Fred, or whatever your name is. We're glad you're here. Okay, you know, my dad, a blessed memory, excuse me while I adjust this, he often felt that he was unfairly treated at these reunions because it seemed like every reunion he would get up and tell what I felt were marvelously funny jokes. And he'd get booed and he'd always win the Stinker Award. So I don't know what the problem was, but I'll tell you, I spent a little time going through Dad's records, and I found a number of jokes that he didn't think were good enough for the reunion. I think he was wrong. So, before I get to those, I thought I might share a couple of jokes that stand through my way, knowing that I am a lawyer, retired. Stan asked me, how do you save a drowning lawyer? You take your foot off his head. Question, if you drop a snake and an attorney off the Empire State Building, which one hits first? Who cares? What's the difference between a lawyer and a bucket of doo-doo? The bucket. Did you know that copper wire was invented when two lawyers found a penny at the same time? These are Stan's jokes, and I can tell you don't think they're funny either. Why did God make a snake before he made a lawyer? He was practicing. Why did a lawyer stop going to the beach to lay in the sand? The cats kept trying to bury him. Yeah. Yes, Fred.
Hey, Robin, if you don't stop and pay attention to this show, we will start the damn thing over. I'm trying to read the paper. You've been warned. That goes for everybody else, too. Sorry, Ted.
That's fine. Thank you again, Doug. And lastly, what happens when lawyers take Viagra? They grow taller, yes. Now, Stan, I didn't come unprepared to take a whack at two at you. We've all heard those blonde jokes floating around. Oh, yes, Michelle is a lovely blonde. But Stan, these days, you're quite a blonde yourself. What do you call a swimming pool full of blondes? Frosted Flakes. What do you call a blonde golfer with an IQ of 125? A foursome. What do you call a blonde with 2 brain cells? Pregnant. What do you call a smart blonde? A Labrador. If a blonde and brunette are tossed off a building, who hits the ground first? The brunette, because the blonde has to stop to ask for directions. Did you hear about the blonde who invented the submarine screen door? Did you hear about the blonde who invented a pedal-powered wheelchair? Did you hear about the time Stan brought a tape measure to bed so he could figure out how long he slept? moving right along. Are we ready for the next one? Did you hear about the blonde who wondered why the frisbee was getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit her in the face? Dan Casey's face. Stan and Michelle were out for a walk in the woods. They came to a river. One went over the other side, one stayed on the other, and they kept walking along. Eventually, Stan called over. He said, "Hey, how do I get to the other side?" Michelle called back, "You are on the other side." And finally, may a swarm of bees mistake your butt for their hive. Have you heard the blonde cheer? It goes, I'm blonde, I'm B-L-O-N, I'm blonde. Yeah. Now, oh. Okay, now I know we have a number of bankers in the family. Could you clap right now if you're a banker or a former banker? And we hear Don Shaw clapping back in Portland. I ask you, why do hospitals report that heart transplant patients usually want to get a heart from a banker? Because they've never been used. Give a man a gun and he can rob a bank. Give a man a bank and he can rob the world. What did the banker say when reminded of the following Bible verse? If you lend money to any of my people who are poor among you, you shall not charge him interest. The banker says, what's a Bible? And my last banker joke. I went golfing with the banker, but never again. Every time someone yelled, 4, the banker yelled, closure. I could go on, Danny. You want to hear Uncle Jerry jokes? Yeah. Uncle Jerry's getting up there, we all know. I call him the old guy.
No one's getting any younger now, Ted.
Oh, yeah, he's getting a little older than he was. He's getting a little hard of hearing too, but he tried to fix that the other day. He bought an expensive hearing aid, and he was telling me, I just bought it. It cost me $2,000, but it's state of the art, and it's worth every penny. You know, I said, really, Uncle Jerry? What kind is it? And Uncle Jerry answered, oh, about 1230. I asked Uncle Jerry how he was doing these days. He said, well, I'm doing okay, but my memory's not as sharp as it used to be. And also, my memory's not as sharp as it used to be. Danny said he was going to yank me here, but I'm going to keep going. On the drive down to Tillamook, Uncle Jerry got pulled over by a police officer. And the officer said, sir, didn't you realize that your wife fell out of the car 5 miles back? Uncle Jerry said, oh, thank God. I thought I was going deaf. And when Uncle Jerry was a young man, all he really wanted was a nice, fast, smooth BMW. Now he doesn't care about the W. want you to know I've had a fine evening, but this wasn't it.
Yeah, I guess somebody deserved that. Not me, but interesting. I don't know if anybody's been reading the headline Herald Nehalem. RTI Nehalem Telecommunications had their summer party, which was great. And as you went in the door, you picked a rubber duck, and if it had winner written on the bottom of it, you got to pick from prizes like frisbee, what else? A bag, like to carry things in, notepad, pen, and your choice of a beautiful flower. Then they had a drawing for other prizes later on. So that was pretty good. Next up, we have Deck Hyde, who asked to say a few words.
I'm not going to give any personal information out this time. But I really do thank Danny for putting me on when he did, because I really hate to come behind a good act. But seriously, I think that some things have been overlooked, and I want to kind of straighten them out a little tonight, and I think everybody will agree with it. But I need a few people here. I need Tracy. And I need Terry. And I need Tony. And I need Tammy. Where are they? Come on. Come on. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Okay, yeah. So these are known as what? As the five? The five. The five. Ted, I forgot. Oh yeah, Ted, he's the fifth one, I forgot. Ted Watkins. Just stay there. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. No. So, for all of these reunions, all the fun we've had, and everything that everybody's put into it, these Watkins Shaw reunions are the Watkins, the 5 T's. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have these players. Don't you think? I think they deserve a big, big ovation.
We accept none of the responsibility.
It's a little late. Oh no.
I don't mean to say that Deck isn't too bright, but it takes him 2 hours to watch 60 Minutes on TV. Now, I don't want to imply that Deck is a redneck, but he thinks the French Riviera is a foreign car. He once asked his bank to finance a tattoo. Last week, his wife Lisa said to him, "Deck, come move this transmission so I can take a bath."
Well, Ted, I could stay here for quite a while and tell lawyer jokes, but I think I got more class.